Alrighty, welcome back to another stream. We're doing these every weekday around this same time, 3:15 to 3:30ish Eastern time. We'll do Bitcoin first, cover that with some important bases. If you see the color codes on the right side, green, orange, red, like a stoplight. Red is not a good chart. Orange, not bad, not great, kind of on the fence. Hopefully it can do one or the other. These can change per live stream, week over week, day over day even. Green is where you want to be. Those are the good looking charts. And I've done everything, even from the stock market, total market caps, dominance charts. So if you're looking at your coin and you see a color next to it, you'll want green. If you're in all the red coins, you need to try to find your way out of those into stronger charts. So they're based on strength of chart. That's about it. So don't get your feelings hurt. I'm here to help you navigate this. I've been in crypto for over 7 years now. I do this full time. I'm a level 1 chartered market technician, CMT. And I'm just here doing these for you to help you become better, to not experience all the horse shit I've been through. And hopefully you can bypass some of that and, get off to just sunshine and rainbows. So let's get right to it. Bitcoin. Starting off here, welcome in everybody. We'll get to hey, welcome in, Renar. Recognize some old folks in here already, so appreciate you tuning in. Thanks so much. Like button, share anywhere you can. Send a text to your grandma right now, your cat, your dog, your parrot. I don't care. We need some more people in here. Our record, I think, is maybe around 40. If we can ever eclipse that, that would be great. Would love to do this more often. We're going to keep doing these during the week. But the more people we get, the more often I'll do these. So Bitcoin holding our previous resistance here, broken out. Now we're bullish retesting here on the daily chart. We need to hold 67K. That's where the 21 day EMA in the yellow there is. And it doesn't mean we can't go below it, but that's where the bulls would start to lose some traction. So as long as we're up here, right, we're leaning to the bullish side. If we go below 67K with the close on the daily, we would have to start to be a little bit more biased on the bear side. Okay, so just looking at this, also what we've noted on previous streams, right? We have our kind of right and left, our center there, and like you could even extend this back. So nice breakout. So far, just a bullish retest of previous kind of resistance area. And if this holds, right, our next move up should eclipse that. Right, we want to take that out, and then we're looking at all-time highs here. Right, so this is kind of going to be our bigger resistance zone in through here. If we continue to march up the stairs here, which we're doing a good job, but make no mistake, if we close back below 67K, likely lower prices. How low? Well, we've looked at that as well. You've got stairs down here, right? First and foremost, to be like 65. We come down lower, right? Just look at these lows here, 60K. We can take that out. Then we got like these are the kind of the 3 steps if we go below 67. So hopefully one of those would hold. If not, if we obviously if we take that out, I think the lows are in. Just based on this move, taking out these highs, how much of a significant downswing that was. All these candles on the daily, the 3-day, the weekly. I do think the lows are in. If we go back down, I would, we're just looking for like a macro high or low. All right, so let's get to some requests. We'll clear that out. You can always watch these live streams back. So do that if something's not clear, or if I mentioned later in the stream that I covered your coin earlier. You can go check that out if you're joining at a later time, same date. All right, so let's get to it. Appreciate all the comments in here. We'll try to get to all your requests. Try to go for about an hour here. Welcome in, Acid. Recognize all the OGs here. Appreciate you coming back. Jasmine's doing well. Yep. Jasmine's one of the top movers today. I noticed that. We have another one, a newer coin that's up like 40% today. We'll take a look at that too. All right, let's get to Pepe. Pepe, the first request. Pepe is a green chart, by the way, right? And you can see some of these requests that have been already color-coded. If your coin is not color-coded, right, probably a new request, or I deleted it and it's a really bad chart. So we'll hope for the former versus the latter. But Pepe, Why is this an A chart? Well, just, I mean, look at it. We're at all-time highs here, right? Of course, we're above all moving averages, looking great here. A little bit of a drawdown here today, right? But recovering nicely. If we start to close under the EMA 8, no big deal, right? We've done that before. The EMA 21 is kind of where we need to hold the line, though. So looking at the like 1270 area, also in line with these swing lows. Look, great structure here, right? Similar vibes to how Bitcoin's looking. Your neckline, break out, throw back retest, hold right at the 21 also, and then springboard out of there. So again, you can come down and not panic too much, right? Just marching up the stairs, as long as you're not closing below that 21 EMA. Good to go. Bulls in charge for sure. Bulls are in charge. I mean, how are they not? Look at the chart. All right. Next. Appreciate. Need to get my goat shirt on. This is not a bad shirt, right? Arkham. Let's go look at Gotham City's favorite altcoin. All right, it's down here. All right, so let's start off on the weekly. Doesn't look like we've had this a whole lot. I would still put this, I mean, this is A-rated chart, just looking at it, right? Even though we don't have a lot of history, look at the pump effect, right? You got to keep that in mind, right? Does your coin move or really move when it goes? So 600 or 700, it's 8x in a month. Yeah, so that's good. Are you above your previous swing high resistance? Of course, that was way the hell down here. Are you above all moving averages? Check mark, check mark. You're consolidating with higher lows into a resistance zone. These are all like the wick is lit, right? You just need to read the signs. This is looking pretty great. Holding on the retest of the 21-week EMA once, twice, 3 times. There may not be a fourth before we go up higher. So looking rock solid here by Batman's favorite altcoin. So green. This is now a green chart added to the chart. So if you see, like, what do we have here? Red list. We have 26 coins that are no bueno. We have 53 coins that are looking great. So hopefully majority of your coins, if not all of them, are in that list. And orange list, several of them are very close to being on the green, but just had a couple things maybe not go quite right. Those can change throughout the days and weeks. Chainlink actually just moved from orange to green, so we can look at that in a moment. But let's keep it rolling. OXO. Apologize, I'm just having some water. My mouth goes severely dry the more I talk here, so if you're wondering what the hell I'm doing, it's just water. No vodka yet. OXO, let's get to that. It's on my green list, I know, though. Okay, let's actually look for it, because I know it's there. Pretty easy to symbol to spot, usually. Am I going to stand corrected here? Well, I might have inadvertently deleted it, I guess. Or maybe it's on the orange chart. 0. X. Come on, man. Any guesses here? I know it's here somewhere. Let's go back to the 5-day list. Maybe I unhighlighted it. All right, if I can't find it, I'll do it in a minute. And we'll go to the next one, but I know it's on here. Everybody see it? It's like you can talk back to me. Ask any questions. There, I just saw it. I thought I saw it. Son of a. All right, well, in sake of the stream, we'll come back. There it is. Jesus Christ. All right. All right. So obviously A chart, we've covered it before. I knew it was there. Just couldn't find it. But we're on the verge of potentially going back to a B chart. If we close under the 21 week, I mean, we're right there. It's like 28 cents. We have to maintain that, which we did back here, right? We're same spot here. And look what came next. Same spot here. Maybe what comes again, right? History doesn't always repeat, but sometimes it rhymes. So holding the line. This is it, though. Like, we can't, if we close at like 25 cents on a weekly scale, this goes to a B chart, and I'd probably hold hesitation here. Because it has been going basically nothing but up its entire life cycle. So looking great. We don't have a ton of history. Down swing high to low 56%. Okay, so we're still down 46% from the highs. Moving relatively sideways here, consolidating, but this same thing we did. So a big move up, then you consolidate for a while. Then a big move up, and then you consolidate for a while. Textbook, looking good. 500% move from even February. 30 days, another over 5-6x from October, which we like to measure from. Go from our October lows to highs, approaching a 10x there. So good chart, still remains A, but we can delete the A now. We understand A, B, and C for green, orange, and red. All right, sorry for the pause there. Holy hell! Normally I can find that pretty quick, but I've done some rearranging, so apologies there. Thanks, Aaron. Welcome in. Appreciate all the the repeat watchers. I don't know why sometimes it sends notifications out and other times it doesn't. Apologies for that. I didn't do anything different, so I'm not I haven't changed. So I have no idea why sometimes it sends out alerts. You're not the first person that said that. A lot of people say some days they don't get alerts, some days they do. I do the same thing every time. So maybe it's just when YouTube's busy or not. They just put me on hold. That's fine. IMX, good request. I'm relatively confident IMX is not in a green chart. I don't know if it's red or damn. I might have deleted it. Let's just type it in and then go look at it fresh. It should come up there if I had it right. Okay. So I might have deleted this one because I didn't like it. But no, here's the chart, right? We have done it before. I might have just inadvertently deleted it. Right, I told you I've been sorting out my charts a little bit more, so sometimes shit happens. But marching up the stairs, I don't really see any significant warnings other than we've been multiple weeks below this 21 week. That's the only really bad sign I really see. From our October lows to highs, 600%, that's more than good. We're knocking on the door of range highs, all-time highs, so that looks great, but we're still got a 2x away from that. I would probably still put this at a B chart only because we've not been able to sustainably close back above the 21 week since we got down here. So a little bit of a, we could kind of top here, right? Especially what if Bitcoin crashes back to 60K, right? And we have this to look at and maybe we round this out and then maybe we just spend some time. Not that we have to go down lower, but what if it just stays down here? And that's the reason behind most ratings of orange is that they're looking like they're weak in the trend market, so to speak. So I'll put this for orange for now. To get back to green, just show a nice close above 250. Take out these range highs. We're right there. Same with Injective. Injective is really close to green. IMX is close to green, so I wouldn't give up on it just yet. If we close under that EMA 34, realize that hasn't happened and it's been holding the line, and that would be a big signal that I'd probably ditch this for some kind of green chart. So under $2, I would get more concerned, but also just above 250, and it also turns back to green and good to go again. So it pumps good when it goes, so that's a good thing. We're above these range highs, that's a good thing. And, we could very well be at 350 within, a month from now. So don't lose sight just yet. I think it's showing signs of trying to gain life back, but not quite there yet. All right, moving on. What's up, everyone? Ninja, what's up? Thanks for making all my streams. Appreciate you. And all my Twitter notifications, immediate likes. He's the only guy that immediately likes everything I tweet. I recognize you. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. New request for Orn. That looks like a new one. I don't think was on our list yet. So let's add it to one of these lists. See which one we get. So usually default to Binance. If you have a favorite exchange you want me to use, let me know in your request. Otherwise, I'll probably just pick the most popular exchange that we see. Orn. All right, so weekly chart to start us off with. We're under the 100 week. Are we above 2022 highs? This is kind of my, you'll catch on if you're new to these streams, like you'll probably catch on pretty quickly of my kind of tests on whether you're going to be green, orange, or red here. So I look for tests above the 2022 summer highs, which we're not there. So that's one kind of check for the bears. Two is, are you above all moving averages? So that's on the weekly chart, and that's a no as well. And then how great are your pumps, right? When you go, really, I try to look for like 500%. That's kind of the early cutoff. And then did you take out any kind of range lows? Like, and we're kind of rejected right there as well, right? See our bear market lows and now our bull market highs. That's a little concerning as well. Doesn't mean you can't kick it in, but for now, I don't think I'd put it necessarily red yet. But we're looking like B minus maybe. We're really down still pretty significantly from all-time highs too, right? So we're still down 95%. So this is borderline red. But the fact that we did have 100% move in a week, maybe I'll go orange for now. But realize that this is a dark orange, borderline redness. Okay, so. There's that. We can come out of it, but we've got to get back above like the 190 level, and then I would be a little more confident. But really, to get a green A chart, you'd need to be above $3 right now, and we're still 2x away from that. So if that makes sense. All right, we'll keep it going here. Jasmy, let's look at Jasmy. I know that's doing well today. That's definitely a green chart. See if I can scroll through and find it. I think I just didn't pass it. I probably should sort these least to greatest, or make another list, but we're going to have to do something like that. And if we keep getting more requests and we do these live streams continuously. So Jasmy's looking great, right? You see the differences here, right? Above all moving averages, we're entering a nice, rapidly intensifying uptrend here. As you see here, right? Look at this, how this move starts to break, and look at the moving averages really curl up as well. We're now looking at taking out our bear market highs. The only really bounce we got in the bear market. A lot of these coins are still battling this or well below it, as we've seen. But our range lows from the bear market here, right before our capitulation, right? New range high resistance, breakout. With authority is what you want to see. Nice move, and then you don't want to give it all back, which some of them have, but this one doesn't. It doesn't close. After you make these Giga Chad pumps, like you got to hold the 21 week when you come back down to remain bullish. We did that here, and the trampoline effect is real, and you do that, and you're going to bounce hard, and we're seeing that right now. Absolutely an A chart, structurally great. The bounces, what's your pump like? Over 500%, yes. We're even 800%, really close to it with these wicks, and now we're passing that now. Even over the past couple of weeks, been great. I mean, look at since just in the month of May, over a 2x. Not many coins have done that. I mean, absolutely, A chart strong. Not many coins are breaking their February, March highs right now. I mean, very few. This one is there. So, I mean, 22% today is really good. We looked at this yesterday, and it was a good looking chart. All right. LF0, right? We can do that. So we will... Okay, we'll go to this one. This is an orange chart. At least you don't have A0. Right, I think that was confusing with that. Aleph here, I have it rated on the orange chart. You might be wondering, like, why the hell is this orange and not red? Well, it's because we have no history, so we don't judge these too hard. If you have no history, and very, very little of it, I should say, it's by default really orange. I wouldn't really, I mean, unless it's just like if it looks like that, then I could probably go red. But I mean, you're really just consolidating here. You're new, right? We don't have a lot of history. So until we get some more history or some kind of actual pump or dump, it's hard to rate it, right? So I really don't even like rating newer coins. Anything from the past year is really a new coin. So not really anything to chart off of this, right? Even on the daily chart, you can't judge it too hard yet because it hasn't had any time to grow, right? You can't judge a toddler and what is he going to be a track star? You didn't know Usain Bolt was going to be that great when he was 4 years old, right? There might have been signs, but we don't have that yet, right? So hopefully that's kind of easy translation of what I'm talking about here. All right. What's up, everyone? Again, welcome in. Sad that Sin is orange. Yeah, it's kind of just went there though. I mean, it was doing good. Synapse, way up top here. Here we go. So Synapse is a good one. I think it'll do well, but as of lately, it's kind of just consolidating. But it's back to previous consolidation resistance. Now it's hopefully flipping consolidation to support. But on the daily chart here, we're underneath all moving averages. We're underneath the 200, so we are leaning, bearish or kind of stuck in the mud here until further notice. Hopefully, we get a one of these kind of deals. Right, we're starting to lower these rounds, and then we start to turn the corner, right, so to speak, back to the bullish side. Going out to the weekly, right? Let's look at the moves from October. Whoops, October lows to our highs. Jesus, let's actually click on it this time, bud. It's having an effect. There we go. So over 500%, which that's great. Just a couple weeks ago, right, we're definitely an A chart, but this has been downgraded over the past month or so, just because it's come back below the 21 and hasn't showed much strength. But we are back to previous consolidation resistance, broke through. Hopefully this is just a kind of a bullish retest, but we ideally should have been holding around the dollar area. And then, we can turn back green if we get back above $1. So we're right there, the 0.5 fib extension and the retrace there. And then just looking at the Fibonacci levels here, the 1618, could we potentially get to $26? That'd still be pretty remarkable. From where we're at, that's 34x away over. That would be great, right? Some coins will do that. Maybe this is the one. Still relatively young on the younger side, so we'll see how it goes. But these colors can change. So just because it's orange or red now doesn't mean it can't change throughout history on any of these live streams. And also, these are just my opinions. You can take these with a grain of salt. You might love the reddest of red charts, but generally speaking, from a TA perspective, they're not great. So I'll keep it on some of these red charts so you can get fuming. You hold some of those. Yeah, I'm doing well. Appreciate it. Long time subscribers, some multi years. So I generally don't forget anybody that I've been accustomed to over the years. So appreciate it. Appreciate you following back here. Appreciate the super chat, Acid. Thanks so much. Awesome. Thank you. Longtime subscriber to Acid to Breaks. Don't know what that means, but it's a cool name. All right, we'll get to the next. We'll just keep it moving. You just got married last night, and you're here on this chat. I think there's a few other things I could think of that I might be doing, but when I got married, I don't think I was watching super chats or doing crypto at all. But that I did get married almost 15 years ago now, so still been married 15 years. That's pretty cool, right? Coming up our 15-year anniversary in September. All right. Got a request for something here. SEI. Okay, let's go look at it. All right, we'll start off on Binance. I don't think we've got this requested yet. Doesn't sound familiar. So SEI on the weekly to start us off. Not a whole lot of history. Do we have more somewhere? Is this a younger coin? Let's see. I mean, Binance usually has most of them. Go to Bybit. Any chance there? No. We'll do one. We'll try one more, then we'll go back to Binance. How about KuCoin? No more history there either, so we'll just stick it here for now. Weekly looking like Injective, so a little bit stuck under the 21 week, but attempting. Right, we've seen a couple charts like this already. Probably going to be an orange chart to start us off, but it wouldn't take much here, right? It's kind of borderline green. Obviously, it moves well when it wants to, but until we get back above 60 cents, you can clearly see support flip to resistance here, and getting stuck under the 8, the 14, and the 21 moving averages. So we're knocking on the door 50 cents now. I'd be a little bit more worried if we close below here, 47 cents, because there's not much support here going all the way down, but unlikely. I think most coins that are in this scenario are likely just consolidating down here and going to do something like this, start to pick up again. But again, that's just a guess, right? The reason this is orange is because it's like cautious. It could just kind of go in and out like this, and some coins will absolutely do this. So I'm trying to kind of warn some people that not necessarily their bad charts are going to do bad, but they could just kind of stay stuck below here, while you have like green charts doing like 2 or 3x at the same time you're just kind of trending sideways, spinning your tires. So potential to watch here. Again, we turn green, close back above 60 cents on a weekly scale, and we're there. Until then, we could just be trending sideways for a while. So just be careful of that. We'll add this back to the orange list. And then hopefully we can turn this back green in the weeks ahead. I think you had a couple others here. Okay, let's try this one. Similar vibes, but look, looks pretty similar. October, that's definitely the pump effect there, holding the 21 week here, which is why we kept going, and now we're back below. So the odds here for me are same vibes, right? We could just kind of trend sideways here for longer than not. But everything else looks, fantastic. Like we left that in the dust on our move back down. We didn't come close to coming back down here, right? This would be bad if we were like still down here, obviously. But good move there. My only hesitation in not greenlighting this is, we're not at, $470, right? This swing low here, right now, swing highs on these wicks, right? See those swing highs and these swing lows. So we can flip green again, back like 480, something like that. But again, another orange here. And then we had one more, Fetch or ASI. Yeah, it'd be nice when we get the ASI symbol. So if you don't know, right, ASI is going to be the trifecta of Fetch, Ajax, and Ocean. Fetch, Ajax, and Ocean are all green charts. I'm assuming we're going to have a new chart, which is not great, but we'll probably just continue to use Fetch. All three are great charts, so no, nothing bad there. But Fetch has been the pumper of all pumps. So over 6,000% from the November lows. Let's go even from October lows, which we've been measuring everything else from. If we keep it fair, that's still 17x from just October, right? That's absolutely batshit crazy. Great. The moves down, hold the 21 week above range highs, right? This is like textbook coin you want to be in. This is the great chart, right? Look at that. The range highs, flip to range lows above the 21 week, giga pump again, moves down when everything else was crashing. This only went down 50%, some went down 60, 70%, right above the 21 week. Didn't like that, sniffed that, didn't like it, right? Great, powerful bull move, and now we're just consolidating. Absolutely bullish here. Definitely a green chart. This is what you want to be in. Your charts need to be looking like that. And if you're like, why? Well, just like that. And then consolidate, and then like that. And then like that. Right? You don't have to over complex. It's just like stupid easy. Does it look good or not? Show it to your 4-year-old cousin or son and say, which way is that going? If they say up, then you then you're in the right chart, right? DW, welcome in, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Appreciate you all joining up. We're doing these every day during the week, around 3:15 Eastern time, thereabouts. Try to be pretty consistent with that time. Let's go to Beam. I know that's on one of my lists, so brace yourself. All right, it's green. Okay, so let's look at it. Not a whole lot of history, but obviously we're looking great. Here's our where we get concerned. Also, like we turn to orange if we go back under here. So 2.5 cents. If we revisit this, it's it's probably danger zone. We could definitely do that without still being too bearish. So current prices have to go down. Yeah, I mean, that we'd be looking at Bitcoin probably crashing to 50s and new lows if we're going to test this again. So I don't see that likely. Our low wick here is probably the lows. 2 cents. Right on it. Look at that. When you have those like round numbers like that, that gives me more confident that that's the low. Usually like whales are buying that level. So I like that. I mean, last week I would have absolutely painted this perfectly green. So it's still pretty green, right? It's basically up only mode. From October lows, let's just look at where we opened here. Still 1,400%. Looking good. Consolidating kind of right around and above the 21 week. So still green chart. Still looking great. You don't even have any momentum here on the weekly, and you are still holding the 21 week. That's impressive. MFI is dropping a little bit. I don't see anything else really concerning. Your RSI, you want to maintain above 50. Right, which we got above that, right? This is kind of bullish territory. So you don't want to see this go much lower. Everything else looks good. Yep, those are two on the red chart. I don't even have to look at them, right? ADA and XRP. Definitely red boys. So if you have any kind of substantial amount in a red chart that you've seen like on this red, do yourself a favor and at least dollar cost average some of that over to a green chart. I mean, we have 50 charts, 50 plus charts that are, stronger. It's probably like 45 because I do have some market cap charts in the green and some stocks that are there. But, 45 plus coins to pick from. Why are you in any reds? Get out of them. They're not going to help you in the upcoming bull run. Those are stuck in the mud or sliding down to hell and not likely to turn green ever. Just based on the past year and a half, really, right? Since January 2023, right? A handful of those red coins are negative. Think about that. Like you have Fetch that's done a 17x, 1700%, and you have coins like Matic that are literally negative. Lost your money. I have nothing to gain by telling you all this other than trying to help humanity here. Those of you that are degens, like maybe probably be degens, but if you're probably not a degen if you're watching this, right? You're at least trying to educate yourself a little bit more. So yeah. I did Synapse, George. I mean, I don't know how long ago this chat was. I'm going to get to some new ones in a minute, but it takes me a while. So if you've typed something in the chat, I'm still way the hell up here. So I'm still up at, okay, let's do ETH. Right, I'm going through very slowly. I apologize, but I'm trying to get all of your requests, okay? So let's get to ETH. That's a green chart. Looking good, right? Just battled the 21 week a little bit there, but then obviously the rumor on the ETF, nice little 25% move out of a multi-billion-dollar market cap is impressive at any stage. But look at the move up since October, even out of Ethereum, over 160% out of this high of a market cap. You're like, oh, 160% is not great. It is with the market cap of ETH. Okay, it's harder to turn a $1 trillion ship around than a speedboat. Okay. And a lot of these are, just canoes without rudders. Okay. If you're on a red chart, you're probably a canoe. This is the good Titanic. Let's how about the Maersk? Anybody know about the Maersk? Well, Bitcoin's the Maersk. Let's not go that far, but okay. So I don't know. We're way off track there. We're flirting with range highs. We're above our. I mean, there's not many coins that are above their bear market bounces here. Let's keep that in perspective. Even some A charts, other A charts aren't that high. Okay, let's give credit where credit's due here. I would be green chart here until obviously the failure point on green charts and well structured moves is the 21 week. Are you above or below it? If you're above it, you're probably in a green chart. If you're below it, you're probably not in a green chart. Right? You don't have to make that more complex. Now ETH was like red back here, but you don't need to really judge it. This was different times. Unlikely we're going back below that until a new bear market, at least for Ethereum. Now some coins are still below their 200 week. Keep that in mind. So keep that in perspective. That would be like Ethereum being down under 2K right now. There's some analysts that believe Ethereum's going back to 2K, and I would agree with them maybe in the next bear cycle, not this cycle. Okay, so looking good. I mean, we're approaching, range highs here. We're knocking on. If we take out with a weekly close above 3,900, like you should be focusing on nothing but like 5K, right? That's what we're looking at. Certainly with this move, looks great. Fisher transform. Look at that, just a trigger buy right there with a harsh bounce. Looking good. That's what you want to see. A bounce and running parallel immediately. Like not too many fake outs there. Looking good. Anything else we see? MACD's trying to gain some momentum here. We're looking for a cross there. Again, your indicators should back up your thesis by looking at just a simple chart here. You shouldn't be starting off on indicators. You look at what the direction is, what you like about it, what you don't like about it, and then you're like, do my indicators back up my thesis or not? And you shouldn't be trading just off of like one indicator. You're like, oh, the MACD crossed, I'm going to buy. Shut up. That's the wrong way to do it. You want to be using a multitude of indicators backing up your support, resistance, breakout, whatever it is, thesis. Hopefully that helps somebody somewhere. All right, Chainlink. Chainlink has just become a green chart finally, over just in the past couple of weeks here. We're back above all moving averages. I still need to make a YouTube Chainlink video, maybe tomorrow. I'm kind of waiting on it to do better again. Right when I was about to do a video, it starts crashing again. Like, you'd be surprised how much more people watch a video if it's green on the day or not. So hopefully Friday, tomorrow, we'll be back to green, back to $18. We have a range high of just over 19. So that's the flip level, right? You can see that's the orange, right? That's why it is orange. And the Chainlink only gets a blue horizontal line. There's no other chart I'm putting a blue line on. So if you're seeing blue on a horizontal line, that's where the flannel goes on permanently. And Sergey sends us straight to the moon. So until then, resistance, right? We just saw it. Support for a month, 2 months. Now resistance. No surprise. We broke through, right? Nice move, right? Don't get too upset. I mean, we went 50% up in 2 weeks, right? That's pretty great. If we come back down, we're looking to hold this zone or the 21 week, $16. It's rising. All moving averages rising. Even the 200 week is rising. All good signs. Don't lose sight. But look at that. Previous resistance on the left shoulder there, right? We need to hold this as support. Previous range high, close, $16, right? Previous range, new range low, close. Needs to be about $16. Hold the line. Save us, Sergey, right? Everything's starting to move up. We're on the bullish side of the fence for RSI. Momentum's gaining, right? That's a great sign. Let's see. Let's look at the MACD, right? Curling up, right? Starting to gain some momentum. MACD is just momentum indicator. Has too many fake outs. I don't use it often, but on pivot points, it's kind of helpful. Highs and lows. All right. What else we got? Swift. This isn't Taylor's coin. Is that right? We have not much history here. I feel like we should have more than this. Okay, we're skipping it until you tell me otherwise. All right, let's keep going. Now I'm under the super chat. We'll get to all your requests. Don't have the attention span of a chicken sandwich. Just stick around for a minute. Realistic price for Chainlink. I like the realistic price. I still think triple digits is on the cards, but we're at over $10 billion market cap, right? So keep that in mind. So to 10x to go to 200, right? I don't know if I see that, or even 180, but the 1618 is up there, right? So we could see. We've talked about this in all my Chainlink, majority of Chainlink videos. That's still on the cards, but keep in mind, right? Look at it's a 12x away, right? Over a 12x away, almost a 13x away to get to the 1618, right? The market cap maybe would allow that with already significant, right? Obviously Chainlink's very significant in the world of crypto, but is that likely? I wouldn't say likely, but we could do it. Now $100, that's more feasible, right? That's a 6x away roughly. So 6x with this kind of market cap, I think is still doable. But keep in mind, like Ethereum, right? We think Ethereum, or at least I do, think it will be like 10 to 12K, right? That's 3 to 4x. Higher market cap than Link. So could Link do 5 to 10x? Yeah, somewhere in there. 5 to 10x from current prices, right? Realistic. Someone calling for a $1,000 Chainlink or something, let's get their head examined. Anything higher than 10 to 12K on ETH, let's start to get a reality check here, right? Bitcoin, 2 to 3x from here. These are my opinions, right? I know you've heard probably higher than that. 2 to 3x out of Bitcoin, 3 to 4x out of Ethereum, 5 to 8, 10x out of Chainlink. Solana, another good request that I get a lot. Like, where's Solana going? Is it going into 2,000? Shut up. No, not likely. Even though the 1618 is there, I'm pegging Solana at like 5 to 600 range, possibly the 900 area if everything goes batshit crazy perfect. Which, what world are we in 2024 where that happens? So I just a side note on some of those higher market caps. Hopefully that makes sense to somebody. Good question. 15 years married longer than you, huh? That's a good one. Yeah, I just saw some prices. I guess Bitcoin's dropping a bit as we're streaming, so that's kudos. Wow, it's down like $1,000. Let's go check on that real quick. Anything break? Some kind of news event? Let's go look at the hour. Look at that. Bitcoin over the past hour and 10 minutes. The past 70 minutes, Bitcoin, basically since I've started streaming, Bitcoin's just dropping like a rock. Who's doing well? That's pretty good. Not a whole lot. Okay, next question kind of ties into this. Bitcoin dominance. I think someone asked about alt season, right? How's alt season look? Well, how's Bitcoin dominance look? It's still a green chart. If you want alt season, Bitcoin dominance needs to turn to at least an orange chart. So when could that happen? Well, we got to get onto a higher time frame first, right? So we've hit range highs. Now we've retested 2 weeks in a row at range lows above the 21 week. So we're still green chart. We got to at least close back below 54% if you want to sniff at alt season. Otherwise, it's still going higher, right? If you've watched any of my videos or streams, right, I still think alt season is mid to late summer. Given the fact that Bitcoin dominance is still rising, we have a legit shot at this being the top because we closed a harsh, minus 3% candle here last week, below 2 moving averages. But we've done that before, and we've held the line. Even if we've closed under the 21 week, right? And so, full-blown alt season, you make it simple, it's when it breaks this. 51% takes out this low. It'll be also under the 200 week. Bearish. You want a full alt season, it's Bitcoin dominance has got to be under here, which you could see, like, is probably, even if it goes like relatively straight down here from the top, like this is now August, right? So unless we get like some severely red candles, it's going to take a lot. This is when alt season happens. But the silver lining in all this is, imagine how good some coins have done already, as Bitcoin dominance has basically done nothing but go up. So how well do you think? This is why I'm charting these coins as green, yellow, or orange, and colorblind, I guess, and red, is because imagine how well the green coins will do when we get a drop. Alt season will happen when we do something like this again. I don't think this is coming again, so I would get this out of your hopes and dreams. Like, this was we talked about this earlier in our Telegram group this morning. Like, at least I think I did. Where we had a drop of Bitcoin dominance by 45%. Like, that's not going to happen again. The ETFs have made sure that this doesn't happen again. Bitcoin money is not pivoting that hard anymore, right? All the things that you've seen over the past several years, if you've been in crypto that long, of like Bitcoin first and then Ethereum and then high caps and then low caps. Throw that shit out in the garbage now, right? That's not a new thing. That's not a thing anymore. Get that out of your head. Bitcoin dominance is what you need to be watching. So to go down 40% again, like, you really think Bitcoin dominance is going back to 30%? No. Like, we're going to be lucky if we get this again, like a 20% downwards move. Like, so if this is the top, which we don't know that yet, and you want an alt season, you want your alts to do great, like mid 40s. I would say we might not see lower than mid 40s. And we don't really have a whole lot to go off of here. Maybe these highs, right? Like something in here for the bottom of Bitcoin dominance. This would be like probably near the end of the cycle, whenever this is. Now, it might be a year from now. It's out here, right? But let's say Bitcoin dominance, it has in fact topped, and we start to roll over here and do something like this, right? This is when peak euphoria hits. This is when we're all stupid rich, wiping our tears with hundreds, throwing our cats around on the ceiling, right? all the fun stuff. You don't throw cats around. This is the end, right? But this is going to be exciting times, and they could be just around the corner, right? Especially if we're getting ready to round this uptrend into a downtrend. But to think that this is coming again, and you're going to see 100x out of whatever shitcoin that you're in, I got news for you. That's not going to likely happen this cycle. 100x from the start of 2023, we might see that out of like Fetch, right? Fetch only has to go to like $20 to see 100x. It's already done over a 10x, right? We just talked about that. So that's my rant on that. If you want to be crystal clear, maybe you've never heard me say that, but right? If you want more stuff like this, like we talk about this kind of shit all the time in our Telegram group, we can link through Patreon, and we stay up to date on everything. All right, next request. How does alt season look? I'm glad you asked. All right, Ondo. Didn't we just look at Ondo yesterday? I'm pretty sure it was. Was it you that requested it yesterday? Let's get Ondo. Yeah, batshit crazy to the high side. It's a green chart. I mean, even though it doesn't have a long history, right? You can't. What are you gonna not rate? You can't not rate that green, right? Which direction does it go? It's up. Let's look at the Heikin-Ashi candles. I mean, this is like all momentum upside. Great. You can't get any indicators on here. Like, you'd have to drop way down. What could you argue with on the daily chart? Let's see. Okay, so let's do daily. Let's see. We wouldn't want to see a drop back down to lower than that. So 95 cents. If we go back below that, then you can start to probably downgrade it to like an orange chart. Maybe get a little bit more bearish, but I wouldn't worry about even coming down here. Honestly, that would be like a kind of a bullish throwback. This is a throwback, bullish retest. So even if we go back down to the dollar, no big deal, right? That would be almost expected. Certainly, if we have a move down alt-wide or market-wide, it'd be a little farther down. Ideally, you're looking at the 21-day, right around the $1.05 area. This wick high too, right? Wick high, just above $1. Go right across there. So holding at the 21, nice straight, super straight lines. Just look for that. $5, 21 day. Otherwise, just hold, and it looks like it's just going to keep trending in that direction. Trends are very hard to kill. All right, keep it going. All right, we're going 50 minutes. We got 34 people. That's almost a record here. So that's pretty cool. Let's get the likes spread more likes. Spread this to your grandma, to your cat, to your parrot, your cat on the ceiling, which we threw up there. SNX. Let's go to the next request. Trying to get all your requests in. Rutro. We have our first red chart in a while. SNX. Go to the weekly. There's our 200 a week that just came in. Well underneath that, right? This would be like Bitcoin's at 15, 20K still, right? If this is, comparative to all these moving averages. We're underneath all moving averages. We're underneath the previous resistance zone. Flip to support. Mud stuck here, right? This is not a good one, right? This is what you want to compare to. Even your let's look at our pump effect. Right, the pumpamentals. No bueno there either, right? You got to have 500 to really even make it. Almost every green chart, I would say, has at least a 500% plus move from October lows. No bueno there, which is, it's not surprising. If you can't pump, like you're going to get stuck. Right? Get out of the mud, you're going to stay there. And we're still there. We can start to turn this back to like an orange chart, a B chart, if we can close above like the 330 level, get back above the 21 week, but then still it's only like a B minus because you're under their 100 week, you're under your 200 week, you're still under your range high bear markets, your previous support turned to resistance. You really couldn't be an A chart until you're 750. Keep that, let that sink in there, right? I mean, you're like almost a 3x away from being even a green chart. You're like, maybe I'll just wait and hold. Just my opinion, not financial advice, but there's at least 40 plus coins just in this list that are looking way better than that one. All right. That's clear as I can get. Appreciate it, Thomas. I'm trying to get these in order here. Good question. What, apart from Link, am I personally investing in this bull run? So I've cover this all the time in our Telegram, but and we've been talking about this for almost a year now. But my majority holds are Bitcoin, obviously, Link, Fetch. I hold a little bit of Ajax and Ocean, but mostly Fetch, Injective, Render. And then a little bit in these other ones down here. So NFP, Synapse, PHB, and those are kind of like 10% of my portfolio just for swing for the fences. If they go, great. If they don't, then I got, the strongest charts to really kind of hold me up here. Now, will I continue to hold all my Bitcoin? No. I'll probably transition that to either Ethereum or probably Render. I like Render. Render's like probably my favorite coin, my favorite chart besides Fetch. I mean, Fetch and Render are like the I don't know, name two strong twins. Those ones. All right, good question. Let's keep it going. Any thoughts on VeChain? Right. So I have a strange feeling that VeChain is in the red zone. Oh, orange zone. Okay, so let's look at it. Orange is good, right? Orange isn't too bad, right? You're above your range highs, right? That's definitely a criteria, but we're not above all moving averages. That's the only reason we're not really green here. So if we were at, 4 cents, it's green zone. 382, where you got to flip above here, right? Previous swing lows from the bear market. swing highs. It kind of broke it though, right? It kind of breached that. So we're looking good. We're trying to turn the corner here, just like mini. So we're actually borderline green here. So I must have been thinking of what's the other one that I, for some stupid reason, I equip VeChain with something else. That's probably a red chart. But we're looking good. Hopefully we're doing something like that. We don't, and this would turn a red chart if we close under here. So if we close under 3 cents, it's probably get out where we're being tricked to the tar pits, so to speak. So we're right there, 3.5 cents. So we're green is a half a cent away, and red is a half a cent away. We're right in the middle here. Hold the line right here. All right. Super, I think it's on here. I haven't memorized all the coins yet. I have 100 and something in here. Whoops, I think I just passed it somewhere. There we go. So green chart. A chart. Gonna remove the letters. Started off with letters. Now we're doing just, stoplights. Okay, so this is one of the few coins again that's above its bear market highs. So like automatically you're like probably leaning bullish and green here. Are we above all moving averages? Not quite, but we were last week. Also, we're holding the 21 weeks, so I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. So still an A chart. And not only that, but one of the most important is what are the fundamentals like? Can we move when we need to move? 2,000% since October in the past 5 months. That's a mover. Those are the ones you want to be a part of, right? Not the Maddox that put in negative moves, or I mean, just click on any red chart here, and the pumps are not there, right? We can just go look. Like, I mean, that C minus. I mean, look at the difference. Do you see the difference? Like the eye doctor. Which is better, A or B? Or I should say A or C, right? Or C. Like, see the difference. You don't have to overcomplex this. Overcomplex, probably not the right grammar, but you got the picture, right? Great looking chart above, I mean, way above these charts. I mean, there's literally coins that we've been looking at that are still down here in this zone, below their highs of the bear market. You got to get out of those. Get the fundamentals, get the strong trends, get above the moving averages, hold above. This is great. Great chart. Stamps the approval. Good one. Super's looking super. Corny. All right, moving on. Oh shit, I lost where I'm at in the chat. Scrolled too far. Thank the like button. I like it. Let's do it. If I skipped over your request, just ask again. I lost more where my scroll was. Bitcoin top. We kind of talked about that just a little bit earlier. I don't know if you went to the restroom or you're just not paying attention, but no, Bitcoin I think will top out at roughly 150K, give or take like 10%, 10-15%. So it could go to like 170. I find it hard to believe that we're going to go over 200. I would really start paying a lot of attention around the 100K mark, honestly. We'll see how the indicators go. We'll continue these live streams, so hopefully I can help you a little bit with that. But I think roughly Bitcoin 2 to 3x from here. 2 to 3x from here, not 17x, right? 2 to 3x Ethereum, right? We talked about this earlier. 3 to 4x from here, and some of the higher market caps around that same 3 to 5x. Anything over $1 billion, like maybe up to 10x, maybe a little bit more. There'll be anomalies in this, but thinking that Bitcoin's going to go to 300-400K or whatever the hell the bit boys of crypto this time will say, they're making those to make you the exit liquidity, so you don't even think about selling, and they can dump on you. And that goes with altcoins too, right? If someone's saying fetch is going to $100, it's to prevent you from thinking about selling until it's already been dumped on you, right? So don't believe the hype. Yeah, happy to help you with any of that stuff along the way here. But if as you continue to come back to these live streams, hopefully, and you see some kind of batshit crazy prediction, please type it in the chat. I would love to go see it, and we can talk about it together. So question about meme coins. Do we think it's good for future gains in all altcoins, knowing that the market is still immature and pumping valueless projects? Do you think it's still early? Well, it's still kind of early, but I think it's kind of a victim of the times, so to speak. So I think it's just like all those meme coins that got absolutely ballooned on Solana over the past like 6 months is kind of like eye-opening to just the gains part of it, right? If you go look at here, look side note here. Let's go to blockchaincenter.net. You have an alt season. Like, look at the top gainers on Bitcoin. It's Pepe, Whiff, and Floki, right? And then you go down the line a little bit more, and then you got Shiba, and you got Doge right there. So, like, the top 10 gainers that are outperforming. Here's Bitcoin right here. And apologies if you can't see all this, but right, you should be holding minus some people don't want to hold meme coins. I get it, but I mean they're still making you money. All right, so this is why I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's just kind of part of the times, and that's, people want the new, make me 1,000x richer overnight. That kind of mentality mindset. Just a side note, you should be holding one of these coins, if not more. Right, so you got MNT, HBAR, Maker, CRO, Leo, Solana, GRT, BNB, BCH, Bitcoin Cash is there, Doge, Render, Theta, FTM, Near, Sheeb, Ton, Fetch, Arweave. I think that's Arweave, right? Then the meme coins. But if you don't hold any of those, why not? Right? Alt season. Is it alt season? Of course not. We're not even close. We haven't even sniffed an alt season. Right? If you go to the alt year index, which I'll just do this if you haven't seen this before, talk about this all the time, but right, so this will get you excited a little bit, right? If you're still waiting on your coins to go, right? Look at this chart. This is the alt year index. Forget alt season, right? Look at the years at the bottom here. Hopefully you can see that. I should be scrolling up. I have a delay. I'm watching my other screen here. If I scroll down, you can see the years down here, right? But look at the peaks here. These are true alt seasons. We had 3 last cycle. We haven't even broke above the halfway mark this cycle. This is why I think we have a long time to go still. Probably still another year. I would guess around a year for this cycle to continue. I mean, just look at the data in front of you here. Not necessarily that we have to do 3 or even go that high again. And I think we might, maybe not, right? But we're going to get above 40, 50 for our alt season. As soon as Bitcoin dominance stops, we'll be up in here again. So have some patience. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I would guess several more months, maybe longer, but it's coming. Like, don't panic. All right. Hopefully that chills you out if you've been panicking. No panic. But also, this is why I'm rating these charts. So if you're in all red charts, you might not do those kind of pumps, or you might only 2 or 3x instead of the 10x plus that you want, right? And also, like, if you're wanting a lot more than 10x this cycle from current values, please get this reality check right now that might not come unless you're just absolutely batshit crazy great at moving in and out of coins and you're doing all amazing stuff, which is very dangerous to do. I would suggest getting into some strong charts and just holding and doing very little else. Trying to flip in and out of coins is a dangerous thing, trust me. And you can miss huge moves by doing that unless you're in all these red coins, right? If you're in 10 out of 10 and they're all red, you need to get into 10 out of 10 all green, or at least half of them, right? If you're married to ADA from last cycle, I get it, right? Your wallet doesn't get it, but I get it. But at least get some greens. At least get some greens, Right? Just I don't care which one you get. Just pick some. Get in some strong charts. Get out of the weak charts. The best thing you can do. It's definitely now's the time, right? Damn, where is it? This. Now is the time. Now's not that the time is not here. It's now. The best time was last October, right at the lows. But keep in mind also, if we get up in this area again, you need to probably start taking profits. Right? These don't last long. Alrighty. What else? Let's get back to the chat. We're over an hour now. 24 people. We actually peaked pretty high. Let's see how many we got actually at one point. We had, I know I saw 30 something there. 34, 32, whatever. We'll keep it going. More requests. I don't know if I'll do this tomorrow. If I do, it might be earlier or later. I might not do it. I don't think I did it last Friday. But we'll definitely do it Monday through Thursday for the rest of this bull cycle, I think, unless my crowd rate falls to 2 people. But other than that, yeah, if it doesn't have much history, it's like buys and hold. If you're looking at new meme coins or new whatever coins, the best project ever, just not financial advice, but just buy and hold those until the end of the cycle or until you do a pump like that, right? A Giga Chad pump, a 10x in a couple months, right? Then you just kind of dollar cost average out as it's going up. Yeah, micro caps too, I think are decent plays, like 10-20% of your portfolio into some micro caps, right? That usually works out pretty decent, certainly before alt season hits. Rose, we did look at Link. Go back and watch. I think it was about 20 minutes ago. We looked at Chainlink. It's in there somewhere. It's got a blue line on it. Not this blue line. It's like a horizontal blue line. If you were going to scroll back in history and try to find it, I should try to start noting the times. It's too much. Just go back and find it. What else did you? Yeah, I feel like Rose. Yeah. All right. I don't think we've seen Rose as a request yet, but maybe we have. Here it is. Of course it has. Rose is an orange chart. So a B grade. It can move back to green if we just get back above 10 cents. So we're really not that far, right? Or let's go 11 cents. But we're underneath majority of moving averages, more key the 21 week. Let's see how our moves go from high to low. It's a little weak on the pump side, right? But we are battling our 2022 highs. This is definitely an orange chart here. I'd like to see it get a little bit stronger. Back above 11 cents, we can start to green that. That high close, yeah, so 11 cents. So you can note that you got to be above 11 to get green. Right, we're not there, but we're trying to kind of round this out. Right, it looks very similar to a lot of charts we've looked at today, but this is what you'd want to see. You don't want to see us come back down and take out 8 cents for sure, because there's nothing here. Right, structurally, like that's it. We lose 8 cents. Yeah, it's probably going to red, and you'd probably want to get into something a little bit stronger moving, or right, you're in danger of also like kind of holding this as resistance if we get up to it. And because it's orange and fell below its 21 week, right? It could just kind of trend sideways, but it looks good, right? This is kind of similar fashion where we fall down and then you see these lower lows. This looks okay. It might be the start of a breakout here, so don't give up on it just yet. I wouldn't be surprised in a couple of weeks if we're kind of back up in this area. So I would like to see this again. Maybe like mid-June. I wouldn't be surprised if we're up there. As long as Bitcoin plays nice here. Nice 7% move today, though. Do I have an opinion on CryptoQ University's 5.3 theory? I'm familiar with it. But I don't really have an opinion on it. I mean, it's only 3 data points, right, from the past 3 cycles, right? If it has 30 data points and it averaged 5.3, I'm all for it. So if you're not familiar with that, you can go look it up. CryptoQ University, Steve. Basically, every peak has a diminishing return of high to lows for 5.3. So he's saying you take the lows multiplied by 5.3, and that's the new top, right? And it's worked out the previous 3 cycles. I forget what the number is. Isn't it like 77K or 80K or something? It's right around in there. But I guess we'll see, right? I mean, obviously, if it comes true this time, and the peak is either in or it's right around the corner, then for sure it'll have more weight next cycle. But do I think that the peak is at 78K or 80K or whatever it is? No. And why would I think that? Well, we just looked at kind of my main basis on that theory is I think we're going to still have an alt season, and I think we're going to go higher. And if we're going to go higher in alts, like Bitcoin's not likely topped yet, and I think we have another year plus. So you're telling me that Bitcoin has already topped or is going to top around the current prices at 70, 80K, and we're not going to have any kind of strong alt season after that? I just don't buy it. So no, I don't think 80K is the Bitcoin high price this cycle, and I think that'll just fade away over time and everyone will forget about it. But I could be wrong. But I wouldn't put too much weight into that because, again, it's 3 data points, not 30. Right? If you can be wrong 3 times in a row and be off the next 40, right? Right. That's kind of my point on that. You can get lucky 3 times in a row, right? Think of a casino. Spicy Dave, name of the day, is back. He's back. He was here yesterday. Yeah, Romulus and Remus. Why not? Let's. Okay, so we'll go Romulus at at fetch and Remus at render. Right, the strong twins. You haven't been watching. I can't help you out. That was like 20 minutes ago. Green coin name. Sure, let's do that. Good question. So here's the green list. And also keep in mind, like, I think I have some market caps in here, so you can overlook those. Hopefully you can see it on the list here. I'll kind of go slow. You can also rewatch this. Even some meme coins made it in here. Maybe you didn't expect that. So there's roughly 50 coins. You can see the total market caps are all also green, which is a good thing, right? We want total crypto market caps looking good. Bitcoin dominance is green, which we don't want that for altcoins, but there it is. It's still good. Nvidia stock, obviously great looking there. The stock market, S&P 500 is there. Pepe, Rio. See what else we got. I know you can't see the bottom. Let me see if I can't move my picture, but at the bottom of my picture, I don't know where it ends at. It looks like it's ends at Ocean. So underneath Ocean, we have Ajax, Fetch, Chainlink, AIOZ, NOS, and ARKM, which I think we just covered today. So those are the ones under there, and that should be all of them on my list so far, unless you guys request better ones or some more of them. Okay, so that's that. LCX looks that. I don't think we've had that requested yet. LCX, probably leaning green right off the bat. Whoops, let's go look at the swing lows. Let's just start with that. So yeah, 1000%, great. We're above the 21 week, great. Didn't have a full cycle last time. That's another great sign. You had a breakout of previous resistance zone. You didn't go back to it. That's another good sign. Keep in mind, a lot of coins went back under here or didn't even make it here. So yeah, looks good here. I would be concerned if we dropped under these two. You can see those 2 weekly low closes there at 23 cents. That would also, close below the 21 week. So that would be my cut, or at least take profits if you're in it, or cut my losses there. Otherwise, like, Strong uptrend should remain there as long as we continue to close above 25 cents. So it looks good. And we'll keep this on the green chart. Yeah, good question. Will price targets? Well, you said of Chainlink, but price targets in altcoins in general will definitely change depending on how Bitcoin reacts at certain prices. So like 70K, 80K, 90K, 100K. Like how's Bitcoin looking, strength wise, hot heatness wise? Like is it gone too hard too fast? How do the candles look? Right, you got to look at anticipate and interpret the candles closing on Bitcoin charts. And then, yeah, like price targets could very well change for me and should change for everybody based on that. How high they can go, how the Bitcoin dominance is looking at that point in time. So a lot of things will go into that. So just because like someone has a target now, or especially me, for a price target doesn't mean that that can't go higher or lower depending on what Bitcoin's reacting at if and when we go higher. Good question. Yeah, Google. If you ever do, if you don't know about Google Trends, good thing you brought that up. We looked at this last cycle like years ago, back in like 2020, 2021. I made some videos on that. Look, if you go to googletrends.com, right, just type in Google Trends on Google, and then you can do search terms. So you can do Bitcoin, you compare that to crypto or Ethereum, and you can see trends in searches. And then you can really time the peaks in retail based on those, and it's worked pretty accurately. So that's funny that you bring that up. So what I think about the key narratives this bull run, obviously memes have definitely come up in the world, but AI for sure. But I think what's going to be the funniest is when I think we're going to be knowing that the end is near is when we start seeing stupidly high predictions on coins that we know they're not going to go that high, like Bitcoin 500K predictions, fetch $100 predictions. Like when it seems absolutely crazy, then we need to definitely reanalyze quickly and keep on top of it on a daily basis. We'll keep doing these live streams to keep you up to date on all that stuff. But yeah, things can change on a dime. So. All right. I think I'm being summoned here by phone calls and people in my house running around and coming in my office. So I have a feeling that there's my attention is needed elsewhere. So it's been over almost an hour and a half here. So we'll wrap it up for today. We'll do more tomorrow. We'll do AVAX tomorrow. Ask tomorrow. If I can't do a stream tomorrow, at this time, I might try to do an earlier one. Maybe we'll see how that goes. Or worst case be Monday. Other than that, hope to see you again tomorrow. Or yeah, if I don't, have a great weekend. And then we'll pick it up next week. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate all the super chats. Appreciate y'all being here. Thanks so much. And let's keep it going. Appreciate it. We'll get to records. Appreciate all of you for being here. 47 gold stars. You didn't get the 48 today, but you can try it again tomorrow, and maybe we'll get you 48 gold stars then. Peace out.